Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I am Michelle Maisel, and this is the channel for beauty and fashion for my women 40 and over, for lifestyle videos and for black owned product reviews. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button today, because I'm always bringing new content onto my channel. Today is a very chill type of video today, sort of like a chit chat type of video for you all today. I'm very laid back. I do not have a lot of makeup on today. I did not want to do too much or whatever. I just didn't really feel like putting a whole lot of makeup for what I was going to be talking about today. So yeah, this is definitely the no makeup look that I have going on today. This coming Friday, it's my birthday, and I'm going to be turning 41 years old. This time last year, I had, of course, a 40th birthday party in the middle of a pandemic. I had my family with me, and I went all out. Had shirts made, got a cake, and we had a good time. My daughter cooked for me and all that good stuff, and we really just had the best time. Probably one of the best birthdays I've ever had. And I was so glad that I actually did take time to actually give myself a 40th birthday party, something that I wanted to do for myself, because I really enjoyed it, and it's just going to be something I'm always going to remember. But the year has rolled around again. Thank God for that I'm here to see it. And I will be turning 41 on Friday. So in this video, I'm just going to be talking about just why being 40 and being in your 40s is, to me, such the best time of life, the best age, the best, just really embracing the 40s as I'm trying to embrace them, and just some lessons and some things that I've learned just being in my 40s and going into my 40s, and just how life to me is so much easier, so much better, and I just know it's going to get even better as I get older. So I'm just going to share some of those lessons with you all, some things that I've definitely learned in my almost 41 years of life, and why I just feel like when you turn 40, when you get there in your 40s, why it's just an age that you definitely should embrace it. You definitely should embrace being in your 40s, enjoy your 40s, make the best of your 40s, because it is definitely can be the best and greatest time in your life. So stay tuned for those lessons. Number one is knowing fully who I am. In your 20s and your 30s, as you're growing up, many times you don't know who you are. You don't know what you want out of life. You don't know what you want in a relationship. You don't know where you're going. But when you get 40, when you get into your 40s, you pretty much know who you are, and you know what you want. You know what you don't want. You know what you like. You know what you don't like, and you don't spend your time on wasteful things, on things that don't matter. You only focus on things that matter in your life, because you know how important being in this world, being on this earth means. And so you take every opportunity that you can, and you know that you can do it, because you know who you are. You know that you're able to take those risks, and you know that you're able to take those challenges, and you're able to win. Number two is accepting who I am. That's been a big thing for me. Growing up, I was not really accepting of who I was, what could I give to this world, what could I give to other people. And now that I'm older, now that I've transitioned into my 40s, I'm like, I definitely have accepted that this is who I am. I am the person that I have become, and I accept that. I accept my flaws. I accept the challenges that I face. I accept the struggles that I've had in my life. I accept everything about me, that I'm able to now take what I have learned and take those struggles and those challenges, and be able to teach my daughter how not to make those same mistakes and how not to go through those same struggles. It's being accepting of who I am, and accepting of everything about me, the good and the bad. And that's not just emotional, that's physical too. Understanding that this is the body that I have. I can accept that I can have the body that I have, or I can also accept the fact that I don't want to change it. And if I do want to change it, I can change it if I want to. But I no longer have to be forced to be somebody that I'm not. Growing up, I was never really accepting of who I was. And it wasn't until I got older that I realized how special I was. It's funny how you get older and you say to yourself, you know, I was special back then. I wish I would have known that. And I didn't know that. And I was constantly changing for everybody around me, changing for the environment, just so that I can fit in, just so that I could be a part of something. And now that, you know, being where I am in life, I accept the fact that, you know what, things are not all going to be for me. Everything is not for me, and that's okay. Whatever is for me will be for me, and it's going to be the best for me. And so that's kind of where I move in life now, because now I'm accepting of me, and that is something that I'm so glad that I have finally learned to accept. 3 is loving me, loving who I am. Loving who you are is so very important, because if you don't love yourself, of course, no one else can love you. I don't think that I really struggled with loving who I was physically. I've always been very comfortable with my physical appearance, and that's probably because that is the area of my life that a lot of people always complimented me on, how beautiful I was, how well dressed I was, how put together I was. And so I was not really, I didn't really lack confidence in the outward appearance of who I was. It was loving the inward of me. That was a lot of times what people wanted to judge and pick at and make fun of. I was very quiet growing up, very reserved. And so because a lot of people just don't understand quiet people, especially in certain communities where you get the label that you're stuck up, you're trying to be somebody that you're not, and that's not really the case. It's just that I was quiet, and I did not like to be around a lot of people. And when I was around a lot of people, I really clammed up. It was very much social anxiety that I didn't know I had until, of course, I got older. But now I love those things about me. I love that I'm able to go, you know, away from everything and away from everybody and really concentrate on me and what I need and the things that I need. What does my body need? What does my mind need? And I love that I am shy in certain situations. I love that I am observant. I love that I'm a listener, and I love that people feel comfortable talking to me about things. So I've learned to love who I am, and that's taken me a very long time to do. And I don't think that I actually started to love myself until I started getting closer to 40, when I realized, you know, this is where I'm at in my life, and if somebody doesn't like that, then that's their problem, not really mine. And I am at a point in my life where I do love who I do love the person that I am. Is there some things in my life that I wish that I want to change? Yes. Is there things in my life that I still need to work on? Yes. But as far as loving me, that part I can confidently and surely say I absolutely do love exactly who I am. Number 4 is realizing that I'm stronger than I ever thought I was. And I really did not know my strength, didn't really know how strong I was until I did hit 40. Until last year, probably a little bit before that time, that I realized, you know what, I don't have to walk around here and tell everybody off, or, you know, have a chip on my shoulder, or, you know, just do all these different things to make me look strong. I know that I'm strong. I know that I can handle situations. I know that I can get myself out of situations. I've never thought of myself as a strong person, and I think that's because a lot of people look at my life and look at me and say, oh, she's not gone through nothing. Oh, you know, because she has this and has that, she's never had no struggle. She doesn't know what it feels like to survive. And what people need to realize, that everybody has a struggle. Everybody has an individual struggle. Everybody has something in their life that they're dealing with. And to that person, that is a struggle to them. And so I realized that I have gone through a lot of things in my life that people might not know about, but it was a struggle for me. And I realize now that I'm able to to face those struggles and able to get through those struggles, I'm also able to know that whatever I don't want in my life, I don't have to have it in my life. I don't need it in my life. I can make it on my own. I've never been on my own, mind you. I got married at 25. I literally moved from my parents' house and got married. So I've never really been single per se, or I've never really lived alone or lived a single life. But there are still things, even within a marriage, even within a family, that you go through struggles, and you have to realize that you're strong enough to stand on your own, even though you've never really stood on your own outside of that person. But I know that I'm able to. I know I'm able to do for myself. I know that I'm able to fend for myself. And I know that I'm a lot stronger than I ever thought I was. And that definitely comes with age. Being able to know your strength, being able to know that in any situation you're able to make it work, because you don't have a choice. And I think I've learned that. I've definitely learned that, and know that I can stand on my own 2 feet. And that's great to know that. And now that makes me not fearful, which brings me to my next lesson that I've learned, is really not facing life with fear, not being afraid of things, knowing that things are going to happen and there's not really anything I can do about it, and not being afraid to step out on faith, to step out on a situation I don't really know what's going to happen. Being older, being in my 40s, has definitely made me realize that fear is going to take me nowhere in life. Even if I am fearful, because we all get afraid to fail, I still have to go forward. I still have to go forward and see where it takes me, because I definitely can't stay in one place. And I've definitely learned that being afraid of failing, being afraid of trying something new, being afraid of taking a risk is not going to bring any type of anything into my life, because we have to take risk. We have to go outside of ourselves to really find where we are in this world. The 7th thing is knowing the importance of faith. I've always went to church as long as I can remember. I'm in an area now where church is not the church that I am used to. But I still have a very strong faith. That is something that's not going to change. And I know that I have to continue to rely on that faith, because that's really all I have. I don't have anything else but faith. A lot of times that's all we have is faith. Faith in God. Faith that He will be there for us. Faith that He will be there to guide me when I needed to be guided. And I know now, being in the age that I'm at, that faith is everything. Being faithful is everything. Having a steady foundation in my faith is everything. Because without it, I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. I have no direction in my life without God showing me what that direction is, without me going to Him and asking, okay, God, what should I do now? What is out there for me? What is my purpose? What am I supposed to do in life? And for me to trust that those answers will be given, and for me to follow that. And being in the age that I am, that's very, very important, because I don't really, yes, I can mess up, but when you get to a certain age, it's not like you can just start doing like silly and stupid things when you get older. You really need to start having a plan sometimes, and it's okay to kind of get off on the plan, but you definitely need to have one. And faith definitely grounds me in a way that allows me to have a plan, to create a plan that I know that it's going to take me where I need to go, that God wants me to go. So number 8 is valuing time. Time is so precious, because we never know when our time is going to be up on this earth. And my best friend died before she became 40. And that's something that I have to constantly have in the back of my mind. Like, she's never going to see 40. She's never going to see 41. She's never going to see 42. And since that's the case, I owe it to her to value time, to use time as wisely as I can, because no one knows when their day is going to be their last day. And so with that time, I try to do with as much as I can, as far as, you know, just not really wasting it, not spending time wasting my time on things that I don't need to waste my time on. Realizing how important time is, and only putting in that time what's important and concentrating on what's important within that time. Number 9 is that I've learned to use my voice. In your 40s, as you get older, you just learn how to use your voice. You learn how to speak out. I was never the speak out type. When I was younger, I was, like I said, I was very, very quiet. And I only spoke when I really had to. I was talking to my mom the other day, and she was just, you know, I'm just telling her about some things that's going on in my life and things like that. And one of the things she keeps saying, and she always says, is, where did this voice come from? Where did that voice come from? Where did you get that voice from? When did you start speaking out? When did you start? Where did this start? I'm not used to this person. I'm not used to that, because I've never been that person. And the only thing I could tell her was that, who else is going to do it? Who else is going to speak for me but me? I can't let somebody else speak for me. It's not their job. I have to speak for myself. And if I see something that's not right, I have to speak up. I can't sit back and let things happen because I'm scared, or because, you know, I don't know what's going to happen. If I know that something needs to be done, if I know something needs to be changed, if I know something is wrong, then I have to say something. And that is something that I've learned, you know, going into my 40s. It's just, you know what, I'm not getting any younger. Like, why am I not saying anything? Like, what am I gaining from that? And I've learned that speaking does make changes. And the 10th thing is really getting to where I'm like, it's 40, it's 41, like, what's the big deal? Like, what's the big deal? It's just another number. It's just another number. I have to say to myself, you know what, if I'm not 41, that means what, I'm dead. And I definitely am not ready for that. So just, since being 40 and in my 40s, I realized age is just an age. I can still do things that I have always done. I still have dreams. I can still be beautiful. It's so sad. You know, ageism is so real out there in this world, especially for women, man. I mean, once we turn 30, people are already trying to write us off, and, you know, oh, she looks good for her age, or oh, what? Yeah, I mean, what am I supposed to look like? I'm confused. Like, yes, you know, I do take care of myself. I am taking care of my body. I am taking care of my skin. You know, that's just me. So I just hate when people, once you get 40, people want to write you off, especially when you're a woman. It's like, oh, well, she old. I mean, you know, you need to go over and sit down. Like, no, like, I'm just now starting to live. Like, leave me alone and let me live. And not realizing that it is not the end of the world. Turning 40 and being in your 40s is not the end of the world. You have so much more ahead of you. As long as you have breath, you can still do things that you want to do. You can still fulfill your dreams. You can still go out there and do things that you've wanted to do, may not have the finances to do it or the courage to do it. And I think when you get to that certain age, a lot of times your finances do get a little better. You are able to do a lot more than when you were younger. You're a lot more stable. There's just a lot of things in your life that you're able to, like, say, okay, I can kind of cool down now and just really just live. Like, I don't have to worry about all that other kind of stuff. Being 40, going into your 40s, it's a beautiful thing. It's a wonderful thing. It is just more life for you to live, and you should go out there and live it. All right, you all, that is the 10 things that I feel like is definitely what I've learned going into my 40s and being 40 and being into my 40s going into 41. I'm very excited about turning 41. I wasn't so excited last year. I'm just going to be perfectly honest. I was not very excited turning 40. I really didn't know how I was going to react to all of that, and I didn't really react very positively. I didn't cry or anything like that, but I did feel a little down a little bit, but I snapped out of it. But this year, I don't even feel like that. I just feel like this is just another another year of my life that, thank God, I'm able to celebrate. It's not here yet, but to celebrate it and to be on this earth, to have time to make changes, and time to make changes in myself, time to fulfill whatever I want to fulfill, and that is definitely a beautiful thing. So if you're like me, you're about to turn 40, or you're already in your 40s, you're 41, or you know, you're in your 40s, hey, it's definitely not all people say that it is. We all know that, and we just have to keep telling people that, especially women, that so that the confidence can continue to come as we grow older. All right, you all, I am Michelle Maisel. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video.